Welcome back to the channel and to a brand new episode of a brand new series, 5 things you might not know about WWE Games. Now, as you probably know, we have done this each year for 2K16, 17 and 18, but this time this series is going to feature the entire WWE Games collection. So anything from forgotten things to awesome things to even strange things, we're going to be covering all sorts of things that you might not know right here in this series. With that said, let's get this one underway with episode number 1 of 5 things you might not know about WWE Games. So let's start this one off with SVR 2007 and some superstar specific moves that you might not know existed. Now, back then, the game featured some pretty awesome and crazy backstage moments, from putting your opponents in caskets to throwing them from a great height, and even drinking a beer. But the game also featured some superstar specific backstage grapples. These included a limo van Daminator for RVD, a vehicle 619 for Rey Mysterio, or even this unique version of Old School for The Undertaker. Thing number 2, we are talking SVR 2011 and a Jeff Hardy appearance. Now, as you might know, Hardy left the WWE in 2010 and therefore wasn't on the SVR 2011 roster. But what you might not know is that despite Hardy not being in the game, he does make some form of appearance. So when backstage in the Road to WrestleMania mode and free roaming, go to this location, and if you look closely, you'll see Jeff Hardy will make an appearance via this poster on the wall. Moving on with thing number 3, and we're now covering some crazy entrances that you might not know existed. Now, last year on the channel, we had a compilation of some of the most crazy and funny entrances in WWE Games history, and many in the comment section questioned if these entrances were real or whether they were somehow modded into these games. Well, what some didn't know and what some still might not know is that these entrances are completely genuine, and way back in the days of the early SmackDown games, these types of entrances are actually a pretty regular thing, whether it be a thriller style entrance, entrances involving shopping carts, or even some straight up entrance fails. These entrances are legit and found around the times of SmackDown 1, SmackDown 2, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, and SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Moving forward now to the 2K days, specifically as the series made the jump to the now current gen consoles. Now, when 2K15 launched on the PS4 and Xbox One, the game obviously featured some pretty big changes. One change and one addition was the introduction of tired moves and finishers. Now, it's fair to say that since we've had these now for a few years and we still have them in 2K18, we'll all be pretty much aware that these are a thing in the games. But what you still might not know is that there is also tired announce table finishers as well. Now, I've not got these to work on 16, 17 or 18, but in 2K15 these did work, and they were a pretty awesome thing. These work the same way in that these unique animations took place when your superstar hit a maneuver when on low stamina, only this time on the announcer's table, which in combination does have some pretty epic results. And last up with our 5th and final inclusion, we're now covering a very cool and unique manager ability. Now, as you probably saw recently at the Greatest Royal Rumble, Hornswoggle made a surprise appearance. But in terms of WWE Games, whilst he's never featured as a fully playable character, he was available as a manager in the days of SVR 2010 and SVR 2011. And when using Hornswoggle as a manager, he has the unique ability of giving your superstar this unique weapon. So when selected as a manager, whilst he won't stand at ringside like a normal manager would, at times during the match he will make an appearance and will give you this very unique weapon, which then of course you can use on your opponent. And there we go with that one, episode 1 of 5 things you might not know about WWE Games done and dusted. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on today's episode, and let me know even more things you think should be featured in future episodes. As always, if you've enjoyed today's episode, then a like rating would be awesome to see. And stay tuned to the channel for more like this coming very soon. But with that said, that is it for this one. So until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.